Hello, my name is Kayla Kraker. Today I will be discussing differentiated instruction, learning styles, and teaching strategies, as well as behavioral supports we can implement in the classroom. First, let us ask, well, what is differentiated instruction? We are basically adjusting our instruction to meet the needs of the learner. In the classroom, we should expect to have a diverse group of learners.
We should also expect to have special education students in the general ed setting. So as teachers, whether on a boat, on the beach, or in a classroom, we are constantly adjusting our instructional methods to meet different varieties of learning.
Okay, so how do we reach every learner? Let's put our thinking caps on. There's the visual learner.
The auditory learner.
And we can't forget about the kinesthetic learner.
So now I'm going to talk a little bit about token economy, which is a form of positive reinforcement. It's usually a systematic approach to get the desired behavior, and it can be materialistic or extrinsic. So whether you're giving tickets for a prize, filling marbles up into a jar, you're getting the behavior that you want to see, and they're getting something in return as well. I'm sure everyone's heard of the game called Family Feud. I went to a local restaurant and sat in on the employees who were playing this game based around new menu items, ingredients, and dishes on a menu rollout that they were introducing this quarter. The object of the game was to get the employees to know everything on the menu, inside and out, and they were able to do this in a fun and interactive way where they could win prizes based on how much chow cash they had. Chow cash was just a token or a ticket that they could use, and when they acquire a certain amount of chow cash, they traded it in for these awesome prizes. Let's take a look in and see how the game actually went.
The teams that we all used for all the other contests, I want to switch it up since everyone was maybe happy or not so happy with their team. So now it's completely random for your teams for the game that I have prepared for you. So everyone's just going to pick a piece of paper. It's going to have a number on it. It's the number of the team that you're on. I don't know what it's called, but that's what it is. What? And then the card. Brittany, be here.
Arugula.
Not be here. Brittany.
That was close. I got one. Arugula.
Brittany, someone else chime in? Someone else chime in. Oh, yeah.
Pizza dough.
Wait, why someone else?
Because you have to beat it.
Oh, you got it.
Cheaters.
All right, your team gets the board, so go back to your thing. You got it.
Another type of reinforcement that we could use with our students is positive reinforcement. So take dog training, for instance. We are giving the dog a reward or a treat, and they're doing the desired behavior. Now let's take a look at Lila. She will pretty much do anything to get a treat.
Lila, come. Lila, sit. Go sit on the rug. On the rug. That's a good girl.
So now I'm going to talk a little bit about teaching strategies that we can incorporate in the classroom. My first example is desk arrangement. Here, the desks are arranged where the students are facing each other, so the teacher can walk around more easily and the students are more focused and alert. My next example is jigsaw learning, which is when students divide up into groups. They will each get a different part of the problem that they will work together and solve until they know it pretty well, and then they'll go up to the other groups and teach their parts to the other groups, while the other groups in return will teach their parts back to them. So by the end of the class, we could put all the pieces of the puzzle together and have a shared understanding of the concepts that we're learning. So last, we have group-based learning, which is my personal favorite. This is good because your students can interact with one another and teach each other different things. So if one student, for instance, has a learning disability and is unable to learn concepts or has difficulty with that, and another student seems to be an expert at that concept, they can become a leader for that person and have a positive influence on their learning. This is especially useful in an inclusive classroom, which is when at least one or more student has an IEP or an individualized education plan.
Differentiated instruction, behavioral support, analyzing learning styles, and enhancing our teacher strategies, we can promote learning and have effective class management in a positive environment, which of course makes teachers smile. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.